What I have here now, it's a new water pump from Hoselock, the Flow Max Collect 2200. Basically, I wanted a water pump to use with a water butt. So this is new. It was actually that new that I had to wait for it to be delivered about 10 days from the shop because there was none in stock, and also checking out online there is no videos for it, so I thought I'll make one. Basically, it's a specially made water pump for a water butt, and it says on the box it's ready to use. I have a couple of water butts full with water anyway, and we're gonna give it a go and see how it works. Basically, there is a lot of talk about water pumps and water butts because apparently a water pump is basically a high volume, low pressure pump. But this right here, it actually says that it has some pressure in it. Basically, I think it's about 1.2 bars or so. Can't really see on it, but as far as I remember from the instructions. Quickly, we take a look inside what you have. It's a long 10-meter cable, the water pump itself, which is quite small, instruction manual, and an adapter. As you can see, the water pump, it is quite small. It's a submersible pump, and just simply you add this adapter on it like so, and then you submerge the water pump into your water butt, plug it in, and attach the hose pipe here. We'll take a look in a minute of how's that gonna work. If it does actually work with a long hose, and also if it's got enough pressure to power a Hoselock sprinkler. So I set up a simple sprinkler system right here. You can see that I'm gonna take it to the other side and check how the connection and the pump is going to be right here on the side. The electricity cable from the pump is going to a socket in there. This is where the water from the pump is gonna come into my Hoselock, and then obviously it's gonna go to the sprinkler system right there. Now the pump for the moment is right here, and this is the little extension cable I set up for it. I'm gonna plug it right in. There you go. And I'm gonna set the floater to a low level. Right here is fine, the lowest level, because it's going in the water butt right there. So that will float, and when it gets to here, the pump should stop. Now let's drop it into the water butt. I'm gonna use this first one to start with. Apparently they will drain a water butt quite quickly, and I'm gonna also see how long it takes to drain this water butt. I have no idea how big it is, but maybe a couple of 100 kilos. Let's put a pump in. Let's drop this in, and then I'm gonna go and plug it into the mains. Okay. The pump seems to be floating. Alright, it's taking air, thinking slowly. It's taking water. I'll give you some more cable. Let's see. Let's try to take the air out of it, for it to fill with water quickly. So I guess it's not going all the way to the bottom. Fairly, I have no idea why. Maybe it should sink, maybe it shouldn't. Although I'm not sure. Alright, You twist it like this so it takes more air out of it. I haven't plugged it in yet, so I can safely twist it around and work with it like so. Anyway, nice. Gone more to the bottom, but this has come out, so the floater maybe should be like this. Maybe should float like that, you know, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think so. I'm just gonna push it back in there. Push it back into that thing, clip, and then push the clip all the way back down. Now I have a wet one of my hands is wet, the other one is not holding the phone. So this is it. The pump more or less, it's in the water butt, and I'm gonna put it on and take it to the sprinkler. You probably can hear the pump working right now, and it will go once again from this little extension pipe that I have into the hose lock, and then from here all the way to the sprinkler. Let's have a look of how the sprinkler works, or it doesn't. Well, for now it doesn't. As you can see here, there's nothing coming out, so I'm going to move it back and check if there's any water coming onto this side. Remove this. Very little pressure, as you can see. Here we go. That's better. The pump has taken the air out. Now let me plug it back in. Here you go. I made a mess everywhere. Now the sprinkler has started. It looks like it had some air in it, and then it needed some doing. Here we go. I'm gonna move on this side so you can see it better. It's still very little pressure on it. So it looks like the pressure is building up, and the sprinkler is getting there. I'm gonna take a quick video later on where you can see the spray much better. Water pump is now on, you can probably hear it. And I'm gonna leave it for a couple of minutes to build up pressure and to see how much it's gonna sprinkle on that same little sprinkler. I haven't moved it at all from its place. At this moment in time you can probably see that the pressure is much less than coming from the mains. It sprinkles maybe 1.5 meters less on each side. So I'll give it a couple of minutes, and maybe the pressure is going to build, maybe it's going to go much further than this. This is now about 10 minutes later, and the pressure is still the same. The water jet is still very weak. Basically, where I had before to, when I used the mains, I had to move that sprinkler just once, I mean in 2 positions for this little garden. Now I'll have to move it 3-4 times to finish it. It is what it is. It's a water pump which I probably cannot send back because of apparently hygiene reasons, but that's £56, I would say, not well spent. And on top of that, you would spend electricity as well. It might be useful for other things, but for this little sprinkler and this little garden is not really. And as far as water goes, the water butt is now more than half empty, so alright, it uses lots of water, but the thing is, the pressure isn't what I would hoped it would be, and is not really fit for the purpose of watering the garden with a sprinkler. So I changed the water butts now, and basically the water pump just stopped. It just doesn't want to work anymore. There you go. It is plugged in, and it's just stopped. No movement, nothing. Now we're gonna take a look at the flow from the main, and I'm gonna plug this in, and the other end right here, and I'm gonna put this on, and let's see how the sprinkler, how far it's going to just spray the water. This is on. You can clearly see it goes on there all the way from the back to right about here.